What's up?
Hi, everyone.
How you guys doing today? Hope everyone's in good spirits. I am Ron,
And I'm
and
Angela.
this is
Chatter
Chatter of
of
Opinion.
Opinion.
So today we are talking, is a person's career choice or job that they currently do a turnoff or a deal breaker?
Yes.
Meaning, like when you first meet someone and you go out on a date or you guys are talking and whatnot, typically you ask the person, like, what do you do for a living? Right. And sometimes um, the career that people are involved in is probably not your cup of tea. They could be the best person for you, um, as far as communication. But when it comes down to their job, it might not be something that you would support,
Yeah, I agree.
right? So we have a couple of, I guess, jobs that might look at that might fall into that category. I have no clue. Now, the disclaimer is no matter what job that you do, we are not here to bash
No,
your job.
not at all.
And I will say, in a lot of instances, a lot of people don't really care what you do as a profession, as long as you are doing something, right?
Right.
But how this came up was at my age, which if you guys don't know how old I am big 50. I'm old, 50 old. So at my age, there is a certain stability that I already have. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just need that either help or you need someone to support you in, let's say, maybe a financial way. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't pan out to be that way. So the question that always come up is, if you are to date someone, would you look at their career as being a turnoff at either your age or where you are in life right now? Would
Okay.
you agree?
Yes, fully agree that there's um instances where it may be an issue.
Right. Now, the tricky part is I don't know if you ask somebody what they do from the start, or does that come later on in the conversation?
Right, because this is really more pertaining to someone you just met, right? Because it
Correct.
is kind of different if you've been together for a while and say, I'm going to continue, because I had said I would have a difficult time dating someone that was a firefighter or a police officer due to my stress levels. I would always be very concerned about them. I don't know if I'd be able to sleep, this and that. That's just getting to know them. I have a girlfriend who she was already with her husband and then he became a police officer. At that point, it's like it's different because you already have that um relationship with them, the trust, the whatever. And even if you were a little leery of it, you really don't have an option because you just need to support them in
Right,
what they do.
right. In
But
some
yeah,
in some cases, but some cases
yes,
when you have switched careers, I'm pretty sure there's people that have left because they did not
agree with it.
agree with the career
True.
choice. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know. Like, there are jobs that are, let's say, low paying, right? And I did a research and I found out some jobs that they consider to be like a lower paying job, right?
Okay.
For instance, you have ushers. And I'm not
Ushers
talking
like
about Usher
where?
Raymond. I'm not talking about you got it
Yeah.
bad. I'm talking about ushers. Like, you might be an usher at the church or someplace at like a theater.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah. Because I'm
mean?
like, aren't ushers at church normally volunteer?
Uh, yeah, some of them
Yeah.
are. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Or
Uh,
like movie theater ushers or
right.
theater. Okay. Got it.
So you have like lobby attendants and like
What's a
ticket
lobby
taker.
attendant? Like in New York, you have an apartment building and then you have the first person that you come in contact with. Or at a business, a big business, you go in and they're a lobby person.
You probably have to check in with them, be like,
Right.
"Hey, blah blah
Okay.
blah." Yeah, I that's how I
I
took it,
don't.
right?
Okay.
So my question is, at your age, right? This person is absolutely like good for you.
Mm-hmm.
What you meet them, personality is great and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you that they are like an usher or something like
Right.
that. Do you as a woman, I'm just
Mhm.
asking, do you immediately look at that person as what they can possibly provide and stereotype them for what you think that they can't do for you?
If you're asking me personally, I feel like I'm pretty open-minded.
Okay.
If it's the job for them that they like and they like, it's like, say, hey, I'm a lobby attendant. Oh, I love to meet people. I this and that. Um, I wouldn't like look down on it. It would be more long term. I would be like, is this what you see yourself doing for long term based on like pay, or just like, do you want to move up in whatever you do, whether financially or just within your career?
Okay.
That would be my question, is more your
You strive
yeah, to succeed.
to
Like, yeah,
however, okay.
that would just
But
be
what if
my
they just
thing.
say, no,
I
this
enjoy
is
it.
me. This is
Then
my
yeah, we'll figure it out.
okay. But it wouldn't be a deal breaker for you?
Mm-mm. I think especially at first seeing, like starting to see somebody,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I said, I would consider that, but would I right away like, oh, nope, sorry, can't do it? No, because they may bring so much more to the table.
Like what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like they may treat me very well. So yes, maybe I make more or whatever. And that doesn't mean to say that they don't strive for more, but again, if they're happy. I always use, and this is not to knock teachers, because I believe you guys should get paid $100,000 or more,
Mm,
because you guys put up with a lot of stuff, but it's the passion. Teachers don't do it for the pay, definitely. They do it because that's their passion. That's what they like. They
right.
love children, or they want to be part of their growth.
But that's life in general. A lot
Right.
of people choose their careers per what they enjoy. You know what I mean? However, some people do choose a career per what's available. And
Mhm.
sometimes what's available turns into like a career. Now, I think we as a society, we stereotype a lot of careers not knowing what's behind it. For
I
instance,
agree.
if you come to me right now, and let's say you're a female and we're talking, we're trying to date and whatnot, and you tell me that you work at McDonald's, right?
Mhm.
My immediate thought process is like you on the fries, or you taking orders from the stop
Yeah.
from the front, not taking into consideration you might be
A
like the
manager.
manager, or you might be the regional manager. But when somebody tells you that they work at like McDonald's at my age, would that be a deal breaker
Are you
for
asking
me?
yourself? I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know. It just depends on how long they've been in their career
Right.
or where you are at in life. So
Right.
that's gonna cause me to ask you more questions,
Correct.
which probably is a good thing to get, so I can get to know who you are a little better.
Mhm.
But when you talk about a career long thing, like where you've been career wise, and then someone else comes into the picture and they're your age or even older, and they're not where you need to be, and they're working at a job that you
Kind
might
of
not agree
a dead
with.
end.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then what do you deny them because of their career choice?
I
And wait a minute, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. There is a big difference between a job and a career,
True.
right?
Yes.
Some people work jobs but don't have a
Yes.
career.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
I would agree.
So does that even make a difference? If a person works at a place that, let's say I'm a stripper, right? Just like we had in the commercial. I'm a stripper, but I'm only doing it for right now because I want
I'm paying
to.
my way through school.
Yeah, but everybody uses that.
I'm just saying.
Not every stripper is paying their way through
A
to
lot of them
school.
are, though.
That's what they say, but
Yeah.
not all strippers are doing it to pay their way through school. You got rent, you got this, you got blah blah blah. And I ain't knocking them. Get your money where you can get your money. I'm just saying, if somebody came to me now, I don't know any 50-year-old strippers, but if they was around my age and they was
Do you,
stripping,
boo?
is that something that I could be like, that is a deal breaker for me? I don't know. It depends on what their hustle is and what's involved in the job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Well, you went through some lowest paying careers, but how about the next one, which is careers or jobs with bad reps.
Right. It's careers and jobs that have bad reps that you might say
Is a no-go.
is a good career, but that's a no-go for me
Yeah.
because of the stereotype
Yeah.
behind the job.
Okay. Which are?
One of would be an insurance salesperson. Sorry,
Okay.
Hennessy.
Does she sell
Does-
it?
I don't
Or
know.
does she just answer
I,
in case they do a
it
claim?
don't matter.
Oh.
If you're in that career, then some people say that an insurance person, salesperson is not trustworthy. You
Which
know what I'm
also
saying?
brings up a car salesman, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, elaborate. What do you mean by car salesman? What does
Well,
that
a
mean?
lot of people just are annoyed by them because they think that they're always just trying to get over on them, especially women are like, you take advantage. So then I don't know if people think of that it runs into their personal life. But I know I hate shopping for cars because they're annoying and sneaky, I
I
guess.
haven't met any female car salesperson.
Okay.
Car salesperson?
Mhm.
Is it still a car salesman?
Car
if you're
saleswoman.
car saleswoman? I have not met a female car saleswoman. I am turned off by male car salespeople,
Mhm.
especially if I walk on the lot and then you're already on me,
Right.
and then you're talking real fast about what you can do for me.
Right.
That's a turn off. I don't know if that will carry on to their personal life, as
Right.
long as
I
they
don't
don't
know.
fast talk me
I
in
just
their personal
know my
life.
interaction with them hasn't been on a personal level. So yeah, I don't know.
Right. Now, Hennessy asked before, like, why would it matter though, as far as a person's career? And you will learn, I think sometimes it does matter depending on where you are at in life.
In your life.
Yeah, in your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't matter, but then sometimes you need help. Let's say you need help, and then you meet someone that can't contribute as much to the lifestyle that you choose to live as you do. And then you are going in reverse versus you moving forward. So sometimes that's the reason why it does matter to people. Sometimes it doesn't matter. You just carry the load and you press on.
Right.
As long as they're good to you and good for you,
Right.
you're good to go.
So some other ones are lawyers. Ron was saying because, well, depending on maybe what kind of lawyer, people say that they're not trustworthy. I would do it more like they're so busy that they don't really have time to contribute to the household or to our family time.
Right. Well, when you look at lawyers in
general,
I think a lot of people think that they are shady, sneaky, or something of that sort. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they will do anything to win a case.
Right.
And sometimes that's a turnoff. Not only do they work a lot, but sometimes you don't know if they're on the job 24/7, they're trustworthy to you or not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that could be a turnoff or a deal breaker. No matter how much money you make, you might just not be trustworthy.
Right.
All right. Another one would be politicians. They fall into the same category. You see somebody as a politician, then you're just like,
Yeah,
you know,
especially if they're on the opposing side as your beliefs.
Right. You never know. You know what I mean? So it might not work for you.
Right.
Yeah. So, and falling into that category of jobs, it normally sometimes it doesn't have to deal with financial. Sometimes it doesn't have to deal with being trustworthy or not. It could be, like you said before, a dangerous job, right? You might not get involved with someone because it's a dangerous job.
Right.
One of the jobs that I looked up would be a roofer. You're on this roof all day, potential, and construction workers, potential for you to fall off and you to get hurt. Do you want to be worried about a person all day because of what they do when it comes to that category? So roofers would be one. Another one that falls in that category would be loggers.
Yeah. I've heard some really bad things for them.
Have
Danger,
you?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of no logger.
Really? Yeah. I don't know what I watched, but yeah, I saw that their job is really dangerous.
Okay. What else?
Truck drivers. I think that could also fall in the line of bad rep because they have long hours. They're gone for like weeks on end, or at least a week, like days or weeks. So I feel like that's probably sometimes looked down upon.
Because
like you're saying that
Okay.
right? Like you're saying I have to, hold the fort because you're gone for 5 to 14 days.
Yeah, but normally truck drivers on the bad rep side is not because they're gone and they're laid up with somebody that they shouldn't be laid up with. That is the stereotype for a
Yeah.
truck
Well, I
driver.
didn't want to say
Well, you got to
that.
say it. Hey, call it what it is. When it comes to truck drivers, you don't think just because they're gone long, the stereotype, and I will say stereotype is that, they're gone and they stop at random places and they might have some random booty on the side.
I've also heard that they a lot of times have issues with drug addiction to
Yep. Okay.
yeah, to try to like stay up because they do uppers
Mm.
to help them like continue to drive and drive and
Some
drive.
people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're talking about stereotyping.
Yeah, yeah, the
That's some
stereotype
of
of
the
that.
negative things associated with it.
Right. Another one would be
Firefighter and or
firefighter.
police officer. That was my issue. Was I just feel like I just would always be worried about them. Every time they left the house to go do their job, I would be on pins and needles.
Right, but is that a deal breaker for you, or are you
If I just
supportive?
met them and didn't really know them, yeah, I would right away kind of be like, ooh,
Mm.
I don't know if I can handle that. And nothing against them. It would just be based off of my own stress
Yeah, but
levels,
nowadays, anytime a person,
especially nowadays.
yeah, but anytime a person leaves the house, it's
I hear you,
pretty
but
much dangerous. So,
those careers are in daily danger.
okay,
So, very heightened.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, what else? What else would you consider personally like a deal breaker? Is there a
I was going
career?
to say another bad rep one that came to mind were like bouncers for clubs,
Mm,
right? Cuz they're out nights, there's like people tempting people or drugs
yeah.
probably too, like a lot of stuff with that I've heard.
It was the same as here in Albuquerque years ago. We had issues with Uber drivers. Didn't they have a couple of Uber drivers that got killed?
Or I know a Uber driver shot a person in there
Right,
that they were Ubering around.
right. Because if you think about it, you're in a car and you pick up some strangers,
Strange people,
and you don't
yeah.
know what they're up to or where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But yeah, Uber drivers could be a dangerous occupation too. However, if it is an occupation, why would that necessarily be a deal breaker for you? Even if they are treating you well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, again, sometimes it's based off what they're doing and sometimes it's based off of their financial status. It really is based on the individual who's dating them. What
Right.
is it that I'm looking for? Right?
I agree.
And again, when I first meet somebody, I feel like I would still try to like hear them out to see where their
Hmm.
aspirations are, because yeah, right now they may be working here or there, but this is not what I see myself doing, and these are the steps I plan to make to improve that.
Yeah,
So yes, right now I may be at this point.
but in the talking phase, people talk a good game. So
Very
let's say
true.
they get into the relationship and uh, they maintain the same attitude and they're not trying to move up. Some people get in careers that they can't move up. You know what I mean? Do
I hear
you?
you, but I mean, you can't really say that just based off of career, because anyone can talk a good game
Okay.
for any reason. To say I'm a virgin,
Oh.
she ain't,
Hmm.
right? Or I come from a rich family, nah,
Broke, or they
right?
start
Or I
talking
went
about
to
the.
college and I have my PhD. No, he does not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
there's so many things that people could lie about.
that's
That's
true.
the
But
chance
then
you
when you
take.
find out about it, then what do you do?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I just don't
And at
know.
what point does it make a difference, right?
Right.
If I'm a year in and then I find out that you really didn't aspire to be anything more at that point, because I have goals and those goals do require maybe a certain level of income or this and that, then that's a problem. But I don't feel like I personally would judge someone right off the bat and not want to talk to them just because of what they say they're currently doing.
Right.
Now, if they say they had no job, I would have an issue with that. Unless
Yeah.
they were like, I'm between jobs because of this.
Between jobs.
Yeah.
So you'll take somebody that says they're between jobs before you'll take somebody that has a dangerous
Yeah,
job.
you know, ever since COVID, I've seen like a lot of people post that they were so over it, whether it's teachers or whatever, and they were like, I can't do this anymore. Mentally, whatever, physically, I just cannot do this anymore. I'm willing to quit my job and pray that something pops in my lap, but I can't do this anymore.
Okay.
So hopefully maybe they've saved enough to just kind of carry them over if they were financially responsible.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, but what I was doing was not working for me. So that I think that there's possibilities in that.
I don't know.
I'd be open to hearing what I mean, when I first meet someone doesn't mean that I'm committed to them for life. So I feel like there's still room to still talk and communicate about it. But would I right away just because I hear where they're at now and be like, nope, sorry, don't keep talking because I can't listen to the rest of it because you said that you were an usher. No. Or a stripper. No.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. It just depends. Like I said, because I'm a little older than you, and stability in life is important. When I was in my 20s or 30s, that wasn't important.
Right.
But when you're looking at the downslope of life, right? Because I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. So if I'm looking at the downslope of life and where I want to be, I don't think that I can just accept someone doing any old thing. They have to be.
But also maybe at where you say at your level, also you've been possibly supporting yourself at your level. So if someone's going to come into your life, it's most likely not to help you buy a house or, do you know what I mean? Like further certain things because you may already be there. You just want a companion. So does it really matter where they're at?
Yeah. Because if I want a companion, you have a certain lifestyle that you want to live. And you've probably been doing that for the longest time, but by yourself. So then you bring somebody else in, they have to be able to be established and carry their weight too. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go backwards. You only have so much towards your retirement, this, that, and the other.
But would it be backwards? Okay, say you met someone at your level, you're very well established, say you already own your home, blah, 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 and you meet someone and say they're a daycare worker, right?
Okay.
They don't make too much money, but they're coming into your home, right?
Okay.
And they may not make what you make, but maybe they're still able to contribute to the household, just not what you are. But in the end, you were paying 100% before.
Right.
So if I'm able to contribute 25, 30, 50%, you're not being affected negatively by me being there.
I would agree.
Even though it's at maybe like a lesser contribution.
I would agree. I can't fault somebody for not making as much as I do, only because I've been working for X amount of years.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't expect a person to be at my level, but then again, I don't expect a person to not work or work minimally and then expect to live a certain lifestyle that's beyond.
I'm going to use me as an example.
Ooh.
Yeah. So when you and I first met, I was in property management and I was in there for 12 years.
Correct.
When I wanted to change my career because I was so over it. I was miserable, right?
Yeah,
so when I went to something else, I kind of had to start from the bottom. I started at a level, but I still was like,
right. But
at my age was still not where I definitely didn't see myself.
But you got to understand, when you were in property management, you wasn't just the average worker at property management.
No, but I'm just saying, like, there's reasons why people maybe took a step back.
Oh, I agree. So I agree. But when you become comfortable And there's nothing wrong with becoming comfortable with a
But
step
that's what I'm
back.
saying is as long as they're striving is what you
Right. As
hope
long as
to see.
right. As long as they are focused in some type of manner, then I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think it all depends on the person,
Yes.
what you're open to and capable of. And outside of that, you have to decide for yourself.
You really do. But it also, in my opinion, it also depends on where a person is in life as well, though.
Yeah,
You
I
have
would
to make
agree.
sure that whatever you decide to take on or you get involved with, you are ready for it. Life, when it comes to life choices. If you can't afford to do things already, I'm just going to throw it out as a financial thing, you can't take on somebody that's going to be a liability for you.
Right.
Right. So then when you look at what they do for a living, if they can't match what you do and you're already struggling, then don't get involved in that relationship.
Correct.
When you get older in life, you know what I mean? Your focus is a little different. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? Your wants and your needs become a little different.
I would agree.
Yeah. So I don't think there is a career field, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think there's a career itself that I'm just like, nope, I'm
No.
not going to see you because of what you do.
Yeah.
I will not see you because of your attitude towards it, your strive towards what you're trying to do that's not beneficial for me, or what my beliefs are and what you do. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? But I won't say your career is garbage or whatever, so I'm not going to get involved with you. I will never say that or not give a person a chance because of what they do. It's just how they do it and what I believe in.
I would agree with you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for joining. This topic was a little to the left real quick because we really did not try to bash a career. It was just about.
But it happens.
Yeah.
Where you meet someone unexpectedly and then realize maybe what they do doesn't align with your vision for your own life.
Or your beliefs or so forth. You know what I'm saying? So it does happen.
But always keep an open mind.
Keep an open mind.
Like I said, though, because when you first meet them, it's not like you're committing to the rest of your life.
Right.
You're just getting to know someone.
But then again, you really have to be honest too, though.
Yeah, totally.
If it's not your wheelhouse, if it's not something that you believe in, if it's totally against what you believe in, don't give a person a chance because you know it's not going to work.
But getting to know them, you do ask, is this what you see yourself doing? Or what are your dreams, your goals?
Right.
And then you learn. If they're like, nope, I'm good with working here the rest of my life, I don't see nothing else, then you make your decision and your move.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. So that was our topic for today. I thank everyone for joining us.
Yeah. Join us next Thursday.
Right. The weekend is coming up. So whatever you guys get involved in for this weekend, just make sure that you are safe. Join us next week, Thursday. I'm pretty sure, we'll have a topic for you guys to chime in on Thursdays. We are here on Facebook Live. We are also on YouTube Live under Chatter of Opinion.
Yes.
So make sure that if you have time, you show your support. We really appreciate everyone that chimes in.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Until next time, we shall see you later.
Yeah. Have a good one.
She said, yeah.